Hello and welcome back. We are here continuing to play as Liu Biao in Romance of the Three Kingdoms of 14. Last episode we started to get beset on all sides. We're really starting to get crunched down quite a bit here in Jiangxia, getting attacked from both sides. We also managed to defend here and here, but it's starting to become quite a lot. But at the same time, we're starting to fill in the gaps here, and the gaps means more eco for us, because the amount of eco you get from each area is based on your total percentage of occupied area. So as we occupy more of this and kind of fill out, we are coming into our own. We are not really prepared for an offensive ingress of some kind, but we have decided to put in a couple of orders to start erecting static defenses, which will hopefully help us in the future. We got someone coming out from here to do that. We got Liu Nidu is going to do that. Hasdrubal Barca is going, or Barca Hasdrubal, will be returning here to try and defend. We're going to be trying to cut off the supply line of this army. We're kind of admitting defeat here. Hamilcar is going to be headed back to Jiangxia because this isn't a big enough advantage. We don't want to just... it is nice that we are, kind of slapping down this guy a little bit, because he is he is a siege unit, but their bonuses that they get from adjacencies just give them so much more than ours, such that we are just barely stronger. And Jiangxia is almost certainly going to kill or incapacitate Mago Barca here, which is a bit unfortunate. His supply line is cut. Maybe he marches down. We'll see exactly how this unfolds, but I'm guessing it won't be good for us on that little tidbit area. But this guy coming back, supply line cutting here, probably being able to mop this up. Hopefully we can kind of manage this, but we'll see exactly how things go as we click the end turn button. We do have more troops coming to Chaisang. I think we can hold it off long term. Hopefully that's not going to Chaisang. It probably is. We're cutting the supply line here, and we have fire arrows in our face almost immediately. We managed to poach an officer here, and yeah, this guy's not long for this world. But it does mean that we're stalling out this force pretty well, so hopefully he escapes and he doesn't become a political prisoner. This would not be ideal. We do not... this is not what we wanted. We wanted to cut off this turn, but it doesn't look like we're going to achieve that. We are erecting our first static defense here with the catapult tower, which will notably be able to shoot out quite a bit. Maybe this is actually not the best placement for it. It's probably not, actually. Can we refund this? This is not the best placement. I forgot they can't attack adjacently. Here might have been a little bit better, and then we can set up, type of perimeter type thing. I don't know. Maybe this is okay enough. Actually, I think we don't get a refund on the money, so we're just going to make do with that not necessarily being the most optimal placement. Although it will affect the placement of future stuff. We also have a catapult tower coming on up here, which I think this placement is fine, because we are looking to really cover the area where the port is specifically. We're going to put some walling in front, and so we should be in good shape. They shouldn't be able to get around. But yeah, this guy's not long for this world. Let's... I don't think we need to eco up here too much, so we're just going to see about rewarding people. And see if anyone in particular that's really good needs rewards. We do have a few people that are quite strong. We gotta watch the gold, make sure we don't run out of gold in the main base, which is right here. But we're kind of sitting pretty, and we'll see what this employee notification is about. I think it's just notifying us that this guy is relatively low loyalty. Sometimes I don't know exactly why it does those. Now, we do, I think, want to march out a unit to kind of wrap around these guys in the back. We're gonna go see who we can get with an owl formation. Yeah, maybe this guy. And we're gonna kind of come around and get ready to cut a supply line again. In the event that they actually advance, which they so far have not shown a sort of attitude or desire to. We'll come right here, look to not push in too far, which is kind of the mistake I think we might have made with the other guy. And we'll wait until we cut the supply line before trying to fight these guys properly. So we'll just come here with this guy and then look to have him wrap around up high. And we will have people who can close in and cut this gap on either side here. Leonidas should be in good shape. There's another 3k soldiers coming this way. We're starting to recruit out of Jiangxia, which will enforce Guiyang and Wuling. Wuling is also recruiting. So things are really starting to come along. We will hit the auto search and have a little bit of a turn here and pass and see how this shakes out. Now, just this guy's just going to get eviscerated. So this guy's done. But in war there are casualties. You lose soldiers. Oh, is he just going to get out? Oh, please just get out. That would be so sweet. I don't think he's getting out. Now, he was just injured. He wasn't captured, so that is nice. And looks like Zhang is going to Jiangxia. Now, that is the reporting we got. And so, but we will wait and see what these guys say. If these guys are going to head to Jiangxia or if they will not. We will come in here and attack. I think we have one guy from this a Barca clan member from here who can use the bow formation. Let's see who all we got with the goose. Which goose is on the loose? It doesn't look like we have too much, but these guys, he will be able to lay down quite a lot of damage here. So we will just put here. And we'll have him just stand there, and he will lay down damage on Zhang Hui, which will be fine enough. And then we'll have this guy set to attack, so he'll just mop up both these guys, I think. Or that should be how that shakes out. And then we have Lu Bu. What is Lu Bu doing here? Is he trying to go for this port? If he is, we're going to cut him off at some point here. Perhaps even with Liu Nidu. After he's done building that catapult tower. That seems appropriate. We got another catapult tower coming up here. Let's see what this employee is about. The notification. We've already sent out for this guy, or we can't send out. I think that's what the notification is about. It's like, hey, there's a free guy. But the notification is a bit of a lie. I think we are kind of set on where we want the guys to be economically. We maybe want to start drilling in this city, so let's go and set that up. We do have a decent amount of military. Huban can do the drilling. You don't really need an excellent person to do the drilling. And he is available. And then we will do the full search. And we are also approaching the year's end, which is going to be nice. We're in October. And so we will be able to recruit new officers then. And we'll see how this shapes up on the left flank and if Lu Bu is coming for us. So it looks like they are kind of committed. Lu Bu is coming for us here. He's going to Jiangxia. She is wiped out. He will make short work of the next one. Yeah, and then Sun Ce is going to Chai Sang. That is not ideal. I wonder why it's not saying that this guy's coming for us. Alright, well, we're just going to come here and just return to the city. This guy will return to the city. And this guy will get ready to cut the supply line, I guess. Again, up top. It says that he's coming for Chai Sang. I don't see it. Is this true? That's not enough to take the city, so it must just be headed for one of the Port Puyang or Yuhan, which is technically a part of Chai Sang, but we're not taking these because Shan Yu, it will aggro this neutral guy who's too big for us to defeat. And so this will be kind of what goes on. This catapult tower should finish. We're going to check the rewards, but probably just another quick end turn. We see that Wu Zhao is not the most loyal right now. We're going to check the employee again, because it is telling us, giving him a notification, but the notification's a lie. I don't think we need to march out from anywhere. You know, kind of really, I think we got most of the eco set up. This extra force coming in is going to be super nice for us. He will kind of make his way home. And so we will take a full search. This is so you can find items and gold and this type of stuff. It's a little bit tedious, but it's way less tedious since they put that button in. And this guy will just return home. Can't really... Having a hard time sneaking around Jiangxia here. And yeah, we will just depart here. And say, smell you later, dog. Just as Shaixi is headed towards Guiyang, and ooh, that's what this is. Okay, we can deal with that. That shouldn't. Ooh, we can't deal with all this actually. That's going to be a little bit troubling. I think he's headed back. We notably do want to make sure that, yeah, this guy doesn't have a governor. We want to make sure there's a governor. We will put him on it. I think we're also recruiting, yeah, and drilling. We'll make sure to reward everyone. Nope. Okay, we're in okay shape. I think we'll, you know, do a little bit of eco, though, here. Okay, so we decided to transport a few troops out of Jiangxia to head over to try and help with this. We will, of course, be trying to, you know, cut supply lines. This is kind of a hard area to cut supply lines because it's very mountainous. It's kind of slow moving, and you can't always get what you want in that regard. Lian Po is kind of the scariest guy here. He is vigorous. If he's above a certain age, which he is, he will have huge stat boosts, so his stats are going to be really big. Steel, it boosts the defense of adjacent units. He's good at building, and he's less likely to be injured, but the first one is very, very spooky ability. The boosts all stats, but other than that, it's not too scary. Han Fei is okay, but he's just got, you know, or he's okay specifically at leading siege, which is what he's doing, and so it's like, whatever. Here we have Zhang Ji is just being an absolute nightmare here. He just keeps going back and forth, is not letting us loop around him, so we're gonna see what happens there. I'm not sure if Lu Bu's still heading for us, toward us or not. We got Liu Nidu, who's just gonna make a wire rope here, and we got someone over here making a wire rope, just kind of starting to set up our static defenses for a while here, or we're going to need them going forward, especially when all of China unites against us. I think we're going to need to take a few more cities for this to happen, but I'm not sure if we want to try and push down into Shaixi and take cities that way and secure kind of our lower front, or if we want to push this way and secure kind of our left side. Not really sure where the best area of ingress is, but we're going to take a turn here and see how things develop. Really don't want to lose our fort randomly, but we might. Depending on what happens. And, you know, we got to see what Lu Bu's doing. Looks like Lu Bu's returning home. And looks like he's returning. And what... So, it looks like he was just ordered to kind of go after the unit. And it's just Shaixi going after Guiyang. I'm not sure if this guy is planning on retreating or what. We'll just have this guy kind of perched and ready. And we'll see what his, like, coming up orders are going to be. If it's going to be to advance on the city, if it's going to be to deal with him, or what exactly. It's embarrassing that we can't attack the catapult. But after this, we will have him retreat after he finishes this. And I think that she is already set to retreat after she finishes the wire ropes over here, which are going to kind of prevent them from going after the catapult. So that's the idea. We do have these troops coming in. We are going to get ready to cut the supply line. So we're going to march out here. And again, we're going to use Huo Quibbing. We do have some guys who are okay. Well, actually, it's kind of slim pickings here. So we're actually also going to pull up some more stronger generals. So we're just going to kind of go for this, the same that we did before, with the idea that we are going to loop around at some point. And this place has some of the better officers that we do not currently have on a front line, so we'll move them over here. And so we will move these two, the Japanese boyos. I believe that, let's see what they are doing. I don't think either of them are recruiting. They're just overseers, so I think this will be fine. But they should be pretty good. We'd prefer mountain people, but we don't have many mountain people. We'll just check the employ real quick. Probably not going to be anything substantive. Yeah, didn't see anything substantive. Again, checking the reward real quick. This is kind of the nature of the beast. And then we will do the massive search and auto search and come on in. Just lay it down. And let's see what happens over here. Are you gonna march on the city or not, my guy? No, you're gonna peace out. You're done here. Okay, we're fine with the retreat, a tactical retreat on their part, it looks like. And we are getting promoted, I think. Oh, he's treating our sick. He's healing Mago Barca. So I think we're going to... We only have them coming after Guo Yang now, and we level up here. So we're going to take a look at our administration. Okay, so we have additional points. I think what we want is we want to kind of improve our military a little bit. This is kind of probably the best option here. In order to have the facilities, we will need to have these three kind of in the whole time. I guess we'll just take a quick look and see if there's anyone who's Confucian that we maybe want to kind of lean towards. We could kind of... So we have plus 10 on the eco for promote areas. Tour areas is going to be less important, but we can promote registers over here as well, which would increase the recruitment amount. Right now we're not really winning off the strength of our guys, so maybe we don't need another sort of slot here. We're just going to unlock this slot. And then we're going to get prepare register some level. We're going to see, yep, we found a Confucian guy, so we will get a discount. And then we have an additional 4 points we can spend. So we'll upgrade this to strength and fish 6. And now we have an additional... so I guess what we could do with the personnel, I believe we do have a personnel guy here that we could use. Instead of trained engineers, we can use take the initiative. And we could weaken the fish. But now we will have a little bit more personnel. Ma Gong is also decent because he's gonna... let's just use this guy. And so now we've spent all 50 of our things. The take the initiative one will give the effect of all of these, so we will keep the boats at level 10, which is what we want. But we will pick up stuff like increased orders, officers recovering is increased, and notably increased experience is kind of what we're happy about. Maybe this isn't worth putting take the initiative on just for it. Actually, we can unlock another slot, so we're going to just keep on train the engineers. The level 2 and the level 3. We're going to be fine with this. And we're instead going to unlock a battle slot. And we're going to take on strengthen fish, and we have 1 more point, and we will use it to strengthen goose. And I think this looks pretty good here. We will be recruiting more guys. Once this guy comes in, we will have level, let's see, 5 for prepared registers. So this will kind of increase the recruitment. We're doing pretty solid on the domestics. We have notably the boats for level 10 and the catapult towers unlocked for level 10 on the facilities because pen and sword contributes to both. And so this is going to be pretty good here for that. I think we need to... Is this guy coming for us? Oh my god, he is. Again. Yikes. Kinda awkward, bro. But now, I don't think we will retreat him. I think we will have him wait as his secondary command. And we will probably march out Guanning and look to cut off supply lines with Guanning here. I'm gonna just use the arrow. We're just gonna march them straight up. They will probably not have a very good supply line. We will also double check. We want to make sure we have a governor on Port Pangze, which I think it has one. Oh, it doesn't. We're just gonna delegate. It's not gonna matter too much. It's probably gonna get captured pretty soon here. These guys are marching out. We won't want to aggro them, so we'll just kind of come this way, and then we'll look to pick back up our thing and then head back home. And we'll say, pleasure doing business with you. Just businessmen doing business. We probably will be able to cut this off. I don't know if we'll need to update. It might take a few turns here until this kind of spices up before we come back with it. So I decided to show this end turn here, despite, saying maybe we wouldn't, because I wanted to showcase kind of the power of the catapult tower. Good old rhyme there. We will just be sitting here, and this should shoot down quite a lot of damage on the Lu Bu here. Oh, we didn't want this guy attacking straight away. We wanted him just kind of staying put. So we'll probably move him back, but we don't want Lu Bu to come up onto the land. And so we will just kind of move him back. We want his daughter to be able to help him out. You see this little arrow, that means they're supporting each other, which does boost their stats. We'll just march him back to here, and we'll march her back to here. I think, is he set on auto attack? Or, yeah, he's just going to enemy contact. He's going to ignore instead. And they're just going to march back, and the catapult tower is going to get a lot of damage down on these guys, while Ganning comes from behind and gives them the business. Just going to look to cut this off and then attack Zhang Liao's unit. Looks like they're sending another unit, so that is going to cramp our style a little bit. And they are on their way out here, so we will be able to just kind of peace out pretty comfortably. We're almost done constructing over here. You can see the 2 levels of wire rope. This is kind of like a wall. It takes damage to put it down, and it's going to kind of defend the vulnerable catapult tower, which can't attack adjacent to itself. And so that's the idea here. Looks like they are kind of coming on up to just chase us, and more than happy to let them chase us around. So we'll just kind of do one of these and come back to here, something like this. They're not going to take our city doing that. We do have more troops coming on into Guiyang, which is going to be nice, especially to kind of head off these guys, which are going to be a bit annoying. This guy's not too terribly strong. We got more officers coming down, but we'll kind of be back when we have something more substantive. We should be able to clean this up relatively easily, although Lu Bu can trigger tactic. He's always spooky. Even on the water, he doesn't have a bonus on water. This guy does have, he's getting kind of a lot of his bonuses, and still Lu Bu is looking very, very strong. But we're going to cut off the supply line and look to kind of take him out this way. So last turn, we weren't able to really get the cutoff going right. We're just going to run away if we can get away. I think we have more maneuvers, so we should be able to get away from her and avoid getting captured or hurt. We are damaging these guys down pretty well. They had about 4 times the amount of troops we had at start. Notably, these guys are boosted because they have a lot of adjacencies from various areas. The little flying orb of light giving them boosts. And also, they are boosted because they are next to each other and they are family. And they can trigger their tactics because they're on land, and these guys can only trigger their water tactics because they're in the water. So, like a fish out of water, we're going to end the turn and see how things shake out over here. In the south, things are going okay. So we'll just kind of, see a little bit what goes on here. Yeah, it looks like we're going to be able to get away here. But Lu Bu's going to have a bit of trouble. And I guess that they were just charged with kind of evicting us. But Sunsei is moving to Chaisang. I still think that this is not a legitimate kind of threat. But we will march these guys back because they have been gone quite a while. This guy was coming to cut off them, but I don't think it'll be necessary, so he'll just return home. This is the Chaisang. Yeah, he's going for Port Puyang, I think. We will, instead of just sending this guy directly home, we will have him repair this and then return. And if she commits to this, we will march someone out to sit on the port so that she can't take it. As far as this south area goes, they're just kind of wild goose chasing Huo Kuibing over here, which is not a way to take a city. We'll keep doing this as long as we need to be able to defend, because we don't want to. This guy obviously can't march, or with the owl formation, you just get eviscerated instantly. So he'll just march back to here and then sit here, and we'll figure out something else for that. And other than that, things are looking pretty good here. So we continue to be kind of beset on all sides here. We kind of never really covered some of these notifications here, but it looks, you can see one of the benefits of searching is you're finding gold and this sort of thing, but what's important here is Liu Bei is marching on Xiangyang, so good thing we started erecting, defenses there already. Sunsei is on the way to Chaisang. We knew about that. That's a nothing burger, not a real invasion. Zhang is on the way, and Guiyang is also on the way, but now we have Liu Jing also attacking Yong'an, and so we will look to put up a stern defense here, probably looking to cut, but you see, it's mounting. before it was 6k, now it's 16k, and you know, we have about the same number of troops defending. I guess we will be kind of reinforcing from here, looking to send some guys over, probably as much as possible actually, just like a really big honkin' chonk of guys. Let's send like 5k, and a pretty solid amount of supplies I think we'll do, and send them over here. They'll be there in 40 days, so that'll even the odds there. We're again going to look to cut off their supply route, but we have quite a long time because this is really rugged terrain for them to march through. We have this though, and they are going to need to take one of the ports in order to kind of unlock the area, and I'm not sure which port they're marching for yet. If they march for this one, they will take a little bit of extra damage on the way in from the catapult tower. I guess we probably should have positioned the catapult tower a little bit differently, but we're going to try and march out, not necessarily to meet them. Well, so here's the thing. It's not even that big a siege unit. I'm not sure exactly how we're going to handle this, actually. But if they're going for this port, Jiangxia could support, so we should just play around them going for this port, I assume. I think we do want to put down some sort of more defenses if we can. Can we build here on that flat terrain? I'm not sure. We can march out with someone who's supposed to be defensive. The problem is we really don't have quite the guys. We have a few support guys, like our army here is not terrible, but it's really not that good. So I think we're gonna end up marching someone decent from over here, and they are trying to put an end to us here. So we're just trying to get that down. We're gonna march out with Liu Nidu, and we're gonna march out with a decent amount of troops here, and hope that we can beat her to getting on the port, because if she gets on the port, we're actually in a little bit of trouble. But I think she's a little bit just preoccupied with Guanzhong right now, so I think we'll just be able to advance. Hopefully, this is the hope, and he can just sit on the port to prevent her from getting onto the port. And we will march with another. We are notably going to very intentionally put her here first, and then have her march to here. So we should be able to handle that. And then we'll be kind of... I think that this we don't need to march out yet. We're just going to wait to see how things develop. And we'll be back when we have a ready for a pass. So we're ready for a turn end here. We're going to end it. And we do have 4k troops coming over to the left to try and defend against this. This is the spooky army. Hopefully our defensive plan here is going to work and people are going to get places in time. What is this? Is that just... Li Zhu has fallen. Okay. No, that's not a good deal. So they get on up here, which is going to mean that we're probably getting captured here. But we are going to get people ranking up, or they're going to come on up because they're coming of age. He is a pretty good one, Liang Jin. And I think that... Yeah. Zhang Kui is probably going to... we don't like that she got captured, though. We will take a look at our boyo that we recently got on up. We want to get off of this, because we are just kind of eating this. So we're going to come here. Actually, we're going to relay here, because he should be able to take her out, because she already used her tactic. And I think that... You know, 1k, yeah, we even have better stats here because we have more adjacencies. And we're just going to look to repair this catapult tower up. And hopefully that works out okay. But she did get onto the land. This is kind of what we were trying to avoid. Also, this is part of the reason why we do have someone coming for the notification of armies coming towards Chaisang is pretty alarming. So... We do have this army coming on out to try and help deal with some stuff. And these guys, I think, or this guy we are going to use to cut off the supply route for Jiang Qin as well. We're going to cut it here. We're just going to advance there. We'll see how that shakes out. But let's take a look at the new guy and try and formulate a plan. So I think he's in this city, if I recall correctly, and he's pretty good on intelligence, if I recall correctly. Yeah, so very solid. He's got some good stuff. Reducing enemy defense is good. Extending provoke, fire attacker, famed mirror. This is shortening disorder, which is actually pretty good when it's inflicted on your guys. He's overall very solid. He does have fire brigade, which ignites enemies, and defense decrease, and you can use it on bases, which is not the most common. And he's got goosefish ring, just very solid. And so he will be pretty good. I think we're just gonna sit and chill here and kind of figure out what these guys are going for. These guys are coming on through, but they're kind of single filing here. He's getting too far ahead of his siege weapon, so it's going to be just one or the other. So then we have this. So it looks like they're going south. So we will be able to... and they just have regular boats? Yikes. So they're not even that strong here. We might be able to march out and meet them, actually, considering they have regular boats. This might be the way to do it. Notably, this 1K stack can just sit in the water and prevent them from losing supply in the back. So we might even just want to go for her. But I think we get here before they do, and then we can relay. And put down here maybe a temporary building that we're not planning on committing to for a long time. Probably an arrow tower, which will give us a front with them that they can't break that easy. Or actually, no, I don't like this idea. I think we just play it patient. We sit at our place and we wait for this guy to come on over and lend support, I think is the plan, because he will be able to make short work of her. And maybe we march one person out here around the back to try and cut off supply. I don't think we have anyone who's good navally. Let's just look at traits. Just looking for anyone who might have a navy-oriented trait. I think we're kind of moved them all out to greener pastures. Yeah. I would not be surprised if the Kwai's had at least some tactics. Rain of arrows, nope. That is a navy one, so we can just send him out, maybe with 1,500 troops or 2,000, with the knowledge that he should be able to handle either this, because they have regular boats and they don't have good ships. He should be able to handle most of their navy. So we'll just relay here and attack her. I think that'll be fine, and then we'll have, you know, a pincer back here. The lack of ships is really going to prevent Liu Bei from kind of making really good progress towards us. Hopefully Liu Nidu can take this guy out and then be ready to fight her. And we will kind of see how this down here develops as we try and search up. Now, when we search this turn, it's going to be pretty nice because we will be getting new officers, because new officers do appear, because it is January, in early January. So we are going to pass the turn and see how things develop. We're really hoping we get some decent officers in this new year, but it's not going to be an enormous amount of officers. We're also going to see how this develops here. Jiangxia is, from what I recall, just kind of medium a war officer. Yeah, her job here is to wait right here and prevent the governors of the area from closing off the gap by natural spreading. And we managed to poach a really, really good officer in Hua Gui. So this is going to be really, really nice. She is a custom officer. And so this is why this guy's going to come in back, and he's going to, you know, make short work of her so that they are going to actually have to go for the port. We do have them come from Zi. Yeah, we got every place is under attack still. But is he coming and joining the fray? We'll see how that shakes out too. But this guy will come in and come from behind, and we will do the little bit of pincer that we have kind of, you know, we were planning on, and it looks like Jiang Quinn is coming in. Now, he does have decent stats. I think we kind of don't want him to land, though. So we're going to abandon this little post here, and we're just going to sit here on top of there. He should be able to... We want to make sure we don't cut ourselves off. Yeah, this should be fine. but he'll come in and just go here, just cut off the supply line, and then head back. We do have her coming in. I'm not sure exactly what she's going for. She might just be marching for Jiangxia. I guess we have to do a little bit of drilling there then, which is why we summoned this guy earlier. So we'll drill up. The supply line for her is just way too long, though. From all the way over here, it's just too easy to cut. You can't really attack. Attacking, well, she allegedly is going for Chai Sang, but supply line's going to get cut some way or another. We see these guys coming on in and starting to tend towards the city. I think we're just going to get ready to cut them off from behind again and go for Lin Wu, and then try and get to here. That might be a little precarious. We'll see how that goes. They have had a lot of time with governorship of this area, which is kind of grim for us. We should have also taken out the camp long ago, so it's going to be actually a little bit of a challenge to defend this. This guy's really, really, really strong. He's got a lot of defense. He can go at it for a while, and he does have fire arrows, so he can use tactics on the city. But we are hoping that maybe we can send help this way from Wuling, was kind of the plan when we started drilling up in Wuling. So maybe we can send someone, you know, like one of these guys. Not sure which one's better. Oh, they're pretty even, aren't they? Damn. Damn, damn, damn. I think that the other guy's better when solo. You can take a look at the traits. Nasty. We'll send this guy, I guess. And we will look to... the problem is Hannibal Bark is actually in this city, and he will just clap this guy. So actually maybe we won't send out. This is still a long ways off, though. It's going to take a while to march over. But I think we're going to conclude the episode there. Kind of a lot of just the same trying to defend, but something that was notable about these episodes, was we started to put in static defenses. These are going to help out quite a lot for defending. You know, we're going to need them pretty securely in long term. If we are going to defend against, once there's the big unification. Right now we're defending against individual countries and they're also fighting each other, so we'll see another that. Also, we saw Li Zhu fall this episode, taken out by Ma Kao, so this is in Chang'an, and we will see probably, almost certainly next episode, the fall of Gong Sun Zan. So, you know, the players are starting to get set, the board, the pieces are moving. Not sure how long it will be if we see this one fall. Very curious. Is the Nanman, are these just taking out these all the way down there? Wow, that's wild. Okay. That's an interesting raid route. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed it. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe if you did. And other than that, have a good day.